Hey YouTube, Tim Margaret here. In this video we're going to solve these quadratics by factoring out a common factor. These are a little bit more difficult. I'm aiming this at an Algebra 1 honors level. Okay, so let's take a look at problem 1. We're going to find the solutions to 11x squared plus 22x equals 165. So what we need to do is we need to get one side equal to 0, because right now both sides don't equal 0. So I'm going to move this 165 over by subtracting 165 from both sides. Now keep in mind 165 is not like 11x squared or 22x, so we can't combine them in that way. So my left-hand side becomes 11x squared plus 22x minus 165, and that's equal to 0. I notice I have 11 in front of x squared, and I'm guessing I can divide out an 11 from everything here. So let's do that. And certainly 22 is divisible by 11. If we look at 165, if we multiply, well, 11 goes into 16 one time, and you're left with 55 over, so it's 11 goes into 165 15 times. So we can divide it out. So we're going to rewrite this as 11 times x squared plus 2x minus 15, and that's equal to 0. Now, to find out my factors for negative 15, I have to think of a positive and a negative factor that add to positive 2. So if I did negative 3 times positive 5, that would give me negative 15, and it would add to positive 2. So I can write this in factor form as 11 times x minus 3 times x plus 5, and set that equal to 0. Okay, now I'm going to find my two solutions by setting my individual factors equal to 0. Obviously, we can't set 11 equal to 0, but we can set x minus 3 equal to 0. And to solve for x here, we'd add 3 to both sides. We get x equals 3 as one of our solutions. We could also set x plus 5 equal to 0. We'd subtract 5 from both sides. 5 minus 5 is 0, so we get x equals negative 5 as my other solution. So those are my two solutions to my first one. So x equals negative 5 and x equals 3. Let's try a few more. All right, this next one. Find the solutions to 90x minus 216 equals 9x squared. Again, I want one side equal to 0. I like to keep the coefficient in front of x squared positive. So I'm going to subtract 90x and add 216 to both sides. So on my left-hand side, it'll become 0. That's equal to 9x squared minus 90x plus 216. I'm going to divide everything by 9. So I'm going to rewrite this as 0 equals 9 times, we're going to have x squared minus 10x, and then 216 divided by 9. So 9 is going to go into 21 twice, and we'll have a 3, and then so 36 left over. And 9 goes into 36 4 times, so it's going to be plus 24 here. All right, so when I factor this, I want the two factors to be negative because they got to multiply to positive 24 and add to negative 10. So negative 4 and negative 6 will work. So my equation becomes 0 equals 9 times x minus 4 times x minus 6. And now we can set each of these factors equal to 0. So I can say x minus 4 equals 0, and I'll add 4 to both sides here. 4 minus 4 is 0, so x equals 4. And then x minus 6 equals 0. I'll add 6 to both sides. 6 minus 6 is 0. So we get x equals 6 as my other solution. So my two solutions are x equals 4 and x equals 6. All right, let's keep going. Next one, we're going to find the solutions to negative 32x squared plus 16x minus 2. That's equal to 0. So this one, I don't want to divide negative 32 out, but I could divide out a negative 2. And let's see where that gets me. So if I rewrite this as negative 2, this would have to be a positive 16x squared. Then we have, it's going to be a minus, not plus, so minus 8x. And then plus 1 here. And that's equal to 0. So I'm looking inside, and I want to think, is 16x squared minus 8x plus 1, is that a perfect square trinomial? Well, if I say that a squared equals 16x squared, then a would be the square root of that. That would be 4x. And if I say b squared equals 1, keeping in mind that we have a negative here, then b, well, if you see some of my other videos, I talk about the two patterns of the perfect square trinomials. You should check those out. B would be a square root of 1, which is just 1, and then a negative 2 times a times b, because this fits the pattern where you have a negative in the middle. That's going to be negative 2 times 4x times 1. That's going to give you negative 8x. So this is a perfect square trinomial here. So we can factor this into, still have the negative 2 out front, but we have 4x minus 1 squared. So if we're thinking about the graph of this, this is going to have the vertex just touch the x-axis at the vertex, and then it's going to open downward because of the negative 2 in front. I'm going to set this here, 4x minus 1 equal to 0 to find our one unique real solution. So first we're going to add 1 to both sides. 1 minus 1 is 0. So we got 4x equals 1. And then we'll divide both sides by 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. We get x equals 1/4. And that's our one unique real solution. X equals 1/4 for this one. All right, let's try one more. All right, find solutions to negative 99x squared equals negative 539. Okay, so I'm going to start by adding 99x squared to both sides to get the left-hand side equal to 0. Uh, 99x squared minus 99x squared is 0. So we got 0 equals 99x squared minus 539. And we want to think, what might go into this? Well, 539 is not divisible by 99, but it might be divisible by 11. Let's try 11 for both of these, because I know 99 is. And if we do a quick division here, so 539, 11 will go in 4 times, that's 44. Subtract it, we got 9, bring down the 9, so we got 49 here. So, yeah. If we divide by 11, we get 0 equals 11 times 9x squared minus 49. This is a difference of squares here, so we can say 0 equals 11. Take the square root of 9x squared, which is going to be 3x. So 3x, we're going to have a plus and a minus. So we have plus, square root of 49 is 7, so 3x plus 7. Times 3x minus 7. Last thing we got to do is set each of these factors equal to 0 and solve. So we're going to say 3x plus 7 equals 0. We'll subtract 7 from both sides. 7 minus 7 is 0. We get 3x equals negative 7. Divide by 3. So one of our solutions is x equals negative 7/3. And then let's make some room over here. We'll also say 3x minus 7 equals 0. So we add 7 to both sides. 7 minus 7 is 0. We get 3x equals 7. Divide by 3. And x equals 7/3 is our other solution. So, two solutions for this last one. X equals negative 7/3. And x equals, let me redo that. X equals positive 7/3. Hopefully this video was helpful. If it was, please like and subscribe.